Hi everybody, once again in this tutorial we'll be learning a different thing entirely. We'll be talking about logistic dashboard, and this logistics dashboard we are going to be learning about 6: quantity, average delivery days, profits make from them, and we are going to be having our profit segments. We're going to be having 6 by shipment mode. What do we want to see? Standard class, second class, first class, same day, people that bought their products and how it was being shipped, people that use the standard class, people that use second class, first class, and people that their product was shipped the same day. These are the things we'll be looking at. 6 by region, the amount that we got from the west, the amount will go from the central, the amount will go from the east, south. Profit by category, what do we got in furniture? That is a minus, which means no reasonable profit. Then we have top 6 lost products, the product that was not really moving the market. Then the next thing is we have top 6 profits products, the product that we're really generating enough of sales. These are the things we are going to be looking at, and these are the things we are going to be analyzing in this tutorial. Please, if you find any of my video useful, if you find anything of my video encouraging, please subscribe, please like, and please also comment, because by liking the video you are also encouraging me to do more. And you can as well put it in the comment section what you want me to work on. Probably there is a particular topic, probably there's a particular dashboard you want me to build. Just let me know. I'm going to actually work on it. And if you're new to this channel, what we do is we build visualization around data. We use Microsoft Power BI and we use Microsoft Excel as well. And we're going to introduce Looker Studio to begin to use Looker Studio to analyze and visualize our data. Then we'll go back to our SQL class because we have SQL tutorial, and I'm going to I'm going to make a video on how to download SQL Workbench because that is what I'm using, so that you can as well follow along. And as well, if you want to learn something about Python, we have something regarding that as well. My name remains Peter Analytics. And let's take this wonderful right together. Open your Power BI. Then from there, we got to open the blank report. From the blank report, we get our data. After getting our data, we begin our journey. So the first thing is we are going to open our our Power BI. Then from there, we open the blank report. Just get your Power BI open and let's take the ride together. Already, I have opened my Power BI, and we're going to start by clicking the blank report. So we have the blank report opened already. Then the next thing we are going to do is we are going to get our data, and it depends on where you store your data. It might be you store your data in different area, and at the same time, I'm going to provide a data set for you to follow along. In case probably you have another data set you want to use, maybe you have a project you are working on and you would like to follow some steps in what I've done, definitely this will also be nice. So go to where you store your data. First of all, let's go to get data. We are getting our data from this. So that means once we click on it, we wait for it to open. Then once it opens, now if we are using my data, definitely you will have your data in Excel workbook. But in case your data is in different format, just look for any of those formats that you have your data and just click on it. So I'm having my data in Excel workbook. So I'm clicking on Excel workbook. From the Excel workbook, I'm using data source and I'm going to click OK. Then we wait for it to open. That is the first step we are using. And if you want me to make a video based on different data formats, we've used test/CSV several times, and we've used Excel several times. Probably would like me to make a video based on using SQL. Based on using SQL or any other data format. You can as well let me know. Then I'm going to as well make a video on that for you to learn. Probably you have been struggling, or probably you have your data in SQL and I'll be thinking, how will I be able to move my data from SQL Server down to Power BI and be able to have my data analyzed? We are going to do video on that. You can just put it on the comment section. Every one of you that put in a request on the comment section, I'm going to attend to them one after the other. So the next thing we are going to do is we are going to click transform. Though our data is very neat, so but still I still encourage we click transform. Then we have our data transformed into the Power Query. The Power Query editor is a very powerful tools when it comes to Microsoft Power BI. And this is something you should get yourself familiar with. So the next thing we are going to do first, the first thing we are going to do is we are going to rename this from sheet 1 and we're going to make it data. We're going to name it data, and then I'm going to make it enter. That is done already. And as my custom is, I always teach you, immediately you upload your data, probably you want to transform your data, go to view, go to column quality. This will give you an insight into how quality your data is. Then you will already have a first insight into your data before uploading it by going through the Excel or probably the CSV. That is the first thing you just have to do. Go through your data very well, get yourself familiar with your data. Then by the time you upload it into Power BI, probably into the Power Query, go to the view. From the view, check the column quality, and from there you will see how quality your column is. Once you see it, then the next thing you do, just uncheck it back, then go to home. I will also advise you to check the data type. If the data type you have is correct, then from there you can just go to transform. Then you can see detect data type. In case your data type is not in the right format or you are not really sure, you can just click on it like this and ask Power Query to detect data type. It will give the actual data type. You can see we have test. That means that is the right data type that we actually have. So we see that our data is in correct data type format. Then the next thing we are going to do, we don't have much to do here. We just go back home. From home, we click closed and apply. So this will take us down to where we import our data from. Remember, we get our data from here, and this is called, either you call it a data panel, a data pane, or you call it a data model. And from there we have our report view, we have our table view, and we have our model view. We're just waiting for our data to fully load. Then from there we take the next step of action. In this video, you are going to be learning a lot, and in this channel as well, you are going to be learning a lot. Either you are a beginner, either you are an advanced user, and either you are a professional. Power BI, there's so many things to learn. You can learn about design, you can learn about analysis, you can learn about so many things. And please, if you find this video useful, find this video interesting, please like, please comment, please subscribe, so it will encourage me to do more of the video. So we have this ready already. Then the next thing we are going to do we are going to name our dashboard, and I'm going to name it as logistic report because already I have logistic dashboard. So I'm going to name it logistic reports. So that is the name I'm going to give, logistic report. Then we wait for the name to appear from here. Then we are going to change here from page 1. We are going to change it to report. So we have this. Then we are going to have this as report. So that is the first thing we're going to do. So we are not going to create any mail on this. We are going to use them directly. There are so many of my videos that I've taught how to create mail. So if you want to learn it, you can just refer yourself to one of those videos and you will find it how to create mails from there. Another thing is this. I'm just trying to teach you that you can actually use both. You can create mail, you can also use your KPIs, I mean the numbers, without creating mails. It depends on what you actually want to achieve. But that would be a scenario whereby you just have to create a mail. Otherwise, you won't get the right visualization, the right report. So the next thing we are going to do is we go to our format. Then we go to our canvas background. So we don't want to use it white like this. We want to have our background color. Then the color we are going to use, I use a different color. So we're going to use this. Then we are going to, in case you change the color and you are not seeing it, just reduce the transparency, reduce. It will appear. You can see when you reduce fully, this is what we actually have. Then we close this because we don't actually need this any longer. Then the first thing we are going to do is we are going to pick our KPIs, and we need just 4 KPIs. The KPIs are the first thing to see. Okay, how many sales do we have? What are the quantity of products sold? What are the average delivery days that we have? Maybe the customers were complaining about delivery days, so you have to know, oh, we have 25 delivery days. I think this is too long, so we have to reduce it probably back to 10 delivery days. So these are the things we need our KPIs for, and some other things. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to pick a card. So we pick this card and we allow it to be here. Then we reduce it and we bring it here. Then we are going to pick, the first thing we are going to pick is our cells. We have our cells here. So we wait for it. So wait, what is actually happening? Let me remove this. And let me put, let me just pick the cells directly. When you click on the cells directly, it should also work. So we have the cells here. So this is our cells. Then I'm going to put a currency. Then we'll go to the table. Then we'll look for our cells column. This is our cells column. Then we attach a currency. We are not using dollar, no. Let's wait. We are going to use this. Then we'll go to our profit. We're going to use the same thing. Recently used. Then we have this already. Then we'll go back to, this is our table view. Then we'll go back to our report view. Then we have this open. Then the next thing we are going to do, let's go to formats. Come to the three dot. First of all, go to the option, then open the three dots, then go to formats. From the format, we go to size and style. We don't want the background, we remove it. So we remove the background. Then the next thing we are going to do is we are going to put shadow. Then we are going to make it bottom. That is what we're going to use. Then we're going to use outside, that is okay. We can leave the way it is. Then we go down to the title. Callout label. This is the callout label sum of cells. So we don't want it, we remove it. Then we'll put our own title on the title. Then we'll put a title and we'll name it cells. Then we increase it or we change it to, let's change it to Sego UI bold. Then we centered it. That is only what we need, except we want to change the color, have to run. Then we are going to reduce this. So let's go back to the value. This is the colored value. Then we are going to make it 25. And we are going to change it to Sergio Whiteboard. So that is what we are going to use. So we have that already. And let me see, we are having it in black. So let's change it to white. So we'll go back to the title. We are having white. Let's go back to the color. We have white as well. So we have that already. So our KPI is ready. We'll bring it down or a bit. So let's just make it here. Then I'm going to copy it 3 times. I'm going to reuse it. I'm going to copy it 3 times and I'm going to reuse it. So I'm having this. Yeah, then I'm having this. Yeah, then I'm having the third one here. So we have this closer to this. Then we have this closer to this as well. Then we have this closer to this. So everything is perfectly somehow good, except I think everything is good. Then probably we just have to reduce this a bit. Then we move this closer. Then we reduce this a bit. Then we'll move this closer. Then we'll reduce this a bit. Then we'll move this closer. Then we'll reduce this a bit as well. So we'll come back here and we want to have our quantity. Our quantity is deals. So remove the cells. Then we have our quantity. Then we'll go back to colored value. We don't want it in 1000. Display unit, we want it to be none. We want a figure. Then the next thing we can just do is we add a comma there, or we leave it like that. So we're going to make it order. Let's go back to the title and let's change it to order. Then we'll come back to this next one. Then we have our average delivery day, and that is going to be the shipment day. So then we are going to have our date hierarchy. Then we are going to have our day here. Then we have 182. Then we are going to come back here. We are going to have average. So we have 15.73. Then we are going to go back to our title, and we are going to have average. Let me shorten the average. Average delivery day. So we have that. Then we go to the last one, which is there. And that is going to give us the profit. Then we remove cells. Then we just put the profit. That is all we need to do, not more. Then we are going to change it to profit. Let's go to where we have our title and we have our profit. So that is the benefit of formatting one and reusing it for others. So the next thing is we want to see profit by segment. And the profit by segment, we are going to use pie chart. So we have this moved down here. Then we have this placed here. And we want it closer. Then we want to see our profit. Then we would like to see the segments. So we have the profit by segment. Then the next thing we go to remove the background. Then we go to our shadow. We make it bottom. Then we go to our title. We remove the sum. And we have that's profit by segment. We centered. Then the next thing is we change it to white. Then the next thing we go to legend. We don't want it because we are going to use the tutu. Then we go to label content. Let's go to all detail label. We have all detail label. Then we go to the color. Then we'll make it white. Then we expand it a bit for us to see every detail. So we can see home office. We can see the amount. We can see consumer. We can see the amount. Then we can see, then we can see corporate. These are the segments. So we have this. Good. Then we are going to copy this. And we are going to reuse it here. But this time around, we are not going to use pie chart. We are going to use donut chart. So we'll change it to donut chart. Why? Is because we just need the format. So we don't want to get the format from the beginning. So we're going to get sales by shipment mode. Sales by shipment mode. So we remove the profits. Then we have the sales. Then we remove the segment. Then we have the ship mode. So we want to say, so in same day, how much does we make? What are the profits? I'm sorry. We are going to use profits. Sorry, we're not going to use sales. Let's move it back to profit because we want to see how do we make, how much do we make. We're interested in how much we make. So we have same day, which is 15,000, which is 5.55%. First class, you know, these are the people that probably instant delivery. Second class, we have 57 point days. Then we have standard class, which is 164, which is 57 point days. So this is going to be profits by ship mode. So let's go back to where we have our title. Profits by ship. So we have this already, and which is actually good. Then the next thing I think we should do, let's go to the value and let's make it 10. I think that is better. So it is readable. We'll make it 10 as well. So we're having this, and let me see if we can just reduce this. Okay, this is good. The next thing we want to see, let me see if we can move this up. I don't want any number to squeeze together, so I want all the number to show. So if we want all the number to show, I think we have to expand this so that when the stakeholder is reading it, they will not be having problem in. Then we want to also have this out a bit, and we'll move this. Then we can just adjust it a bit. Then we have this as well. Good. I think we have it perfectly done. So the next thing is we want to see our top profit products. Our top 6 profit products. Then what are we going to use? You may imagine, what should we use? What should we use? What should we use? So we are going to use our cluster column chart. Then we are going to reduce it, bring it down, and make it sizable with that. Then we'll bring it down here also. Then we're going to have our products, which is going to give us the product name. Then we are going to have our profits. Let's look for our profits. We want to see the top 6 profits. So we come down to product name. You can see basic filtering. Instead of us picking it this, you may not really know which one is the highest. So we want Power BI to do it for us. So we come down, then we go to top N. From the top N, we want to pick 6. And by value, which value do we want to filter it with? We want to filter it with our profit, because already we are using profit. Then you apply the filter. It will reduce everything back to 6, which is perfectly okay for us because that's what we want. Then we close this back. Then the next thing we do, we don't want the background, remember? We put on our shadow. Then we're just going to make it the bottom. Then the next thing is we go down to our title and we rename the title as Top 6 Profit Products. Top 6 Profit Products. Then we come down here and we are going to make it white. And let's move down. Oh, before then, let's center it. And then we'll go to x-axis. These are the x-axis, the value and the title. We don't want the title, we remove it. For the value, we have to make it white as well. So we have white. And then for the y-axis, we don't actually need anything about the y-axis, so we just have to of everything. Then the next thing I want us to do, so we go to data label, we put on our data label, and don't forget we're going to make it white. And let's go to the value, and we're going to make it white. Then we go to the columns. Then we're going to, we want something of this to run with this. So we can decide to pick this because we are going to be using all this one after the other. So we are going to use this first of all. It run with this. So we have this perfectly in the corner. Then the next thing is already we've seen the top 6. Then also we would like to see the list 6. And this list 6, we are going to see which of these list 6 that were not lost 6 profit. We want to see the lost 6 profit. We want to see what actually happened, that we are not making a sales from those losses. So that is what we just want to do, and we are going to pick it from the beginning for you to see. So I'm not going to use this. I'm going to pick anyone. So I'm going back to the column. Then I'm going to, I think they have it. Let me click out and see a bit. And let me have this reduced. Good. Then I have this. So let me move this closer here. Then we have this here. Then we're still going to use the same thing that we use. So we are going to use our product. So we have our product name. Then we have our profits as well. So you can see I can expand this as much as I can until I get to the last end of it. You can see it's very long. It's very, very long. So we have a roll chop to do. So you can see we straight down to the last one. Then we come back to the format. because we need the last 6. You can see it's very long. Very long. By so doing, we come back to get the other one. So that is why we have to so we are going to view top 6 category as well. So we are not going to use the lost product. So we click copy, then we paste this, and we bring it closer here. Then we remove our product name. Then we are going to use our category. So we have category. So we only have 2 category. We have technology, we have shipped. And the number thing I think we have, this is category, we have technology and office supply. So we're not going to use top 6. So we are going to remove the name. So we are going to, or rather we used, instead of using top 6 category, we use top 6 country by profit. Top 6 country by profit. So we go to our country. We only have one country, which is United States. That is the only top 6 country that we have. Now we'll go to subcategory. Then we have Blender. So these are the 3 categories that we have. So we're having it simple as that. So we go to the name. Already we don't have anything to change here except the title, which is going to give us profit by subcategory. Profit by subcategory. So we have our profit by subcategory. Then I'm going to reduce this. Then the next thing we want to do, we want to see our sales by region, or rather our profit by region. Then we're going to use our heat map. We have this. Then we bring it down here and we make it scale with this, not bigger, not smaller. Then we pick our region. Then we pick our profits. Then we go to our size and style with a move. Then we'll go to our shadow. Then we make it bottom. Then we'll move down to our title. So we are having profit by region. Then we are making it white. Then we are going to have this centered. So we have it centered already. Then we go to our data label. And we are going to on our data label, and you can see what profit we got from each region. West we have this, east we have this, south we have this, then central we have this. The next thing is we want to see our profit by category. For the profit by category, we are going to move this down a bit. For the profit by category, we are just going to use our waterfall. So we are picking this. And we have our waterfall here. And we still want to draw this a bit closer to this. Now we can see it's somehow too long. So we have this. So we have this already. So we have this. Then we are going to pick our profit by category. So we have our profits. Then we have our category. So you can see this is what we have. Then we go to the background. We don't want it. Now we go to our shadow. We want it. Then we are going to make it bottom. Then the next thing, we go to our title. I will name it profit by category. We make it white. Then we center it. Make it centered. The others we want to remove this. Then we go to, this is conversion. So we remove the conversion. Already this is what we have, profit by category. Then we go to our, I think this should be call out labels, value, and we're going to make it white. Then we have to make this white as well. So we go to our data level, the value. So we're making it white for the sake of this. So we have our profit by category. So we see what we have by technology, office supplies, then furniture. That is that for that. Then the last but not the least, we have our filter. Please, if you find this video useful, if you find this video interesting, please subscribe, please like. So we'll be encouraged to do more video. Please comment and please share. Click the bell so you'll be notified whenever we upload a new video. Then we are going to use year as our filter. So the year we need is not the ordered year, it's just the shipment. We want to see each year what do we ship. So we have this. Then we go to settings. We have between. No, we want to make it a title. So that is what we want to have. Then we go to our shadow. No, our title. Let's go to slicer heading. For the slicer heading, we are going to, which is here, we're going to have white. I hope we are having the white. So then the value, we're going to have white as well. So why we're not seeing the slicer? Then we go to, let's come down here. Let's go to format. Let's remove the background. So, and let's go to property. Let's go to advanced. Let's switch this off. So we have it. Perfectly done. Then the next thing we should do, let me see if we have our shadow and there. No, so we'll put on our shadow. The position, we make it bottom. Exactly what we want. Then the last but not the least, we have our title. Then we come down here. Then we reduce this. Please, if you find this video useful, if you find this video interesting, please subscribe, please like, please comment, so that we will be encouraged doing more videos. Then I'm going to name it logistic. I'm going to use a calculator for logistic dashboard. Then I'm going to make it 18. I'm going to make it centered. I'm going to make it white. Then I'm going to remove the background, put a shadow, make it bottom. That is all. We've come to the end of this program. Please, if you find this video useful, please, if you find this interesting, please subscribe, please comment, and as well, please share. Please also like, so that we'll be encouraged doing more video. So thank you for taking this wonderful ride with me. Thank you. As many of you that subscribe, as many of you that like, as many of you that share, as many of you that make a comment. Thank you. See you once again. Bye.